spinning is here. Still spinning. Still spinning. Still spinning. Still spinning.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 129 of the Still Spinning Podcast. My name is Nicole. His name is Dan. We are here for your enjoyment and your pleasure. You can find out more about the podcast at stillspinningpodcast.com. Sorry, Dan just made quite a face when I said your pleasure. Whatever, Dan.
Weird.
It's, well, you know, the pleasure means a lot of different things, Dan. It doesn't just mean
I get
that
it.
kind.
I know, but
All
just,
right, we're not
whatever.
getting into
Yeah.
it. We're all right. You've already derailed me. You've already derailed me. We have made it 129 episodes. We're so glad you're here. You can go to that website if you'd like to learn more about becoming a spinner, which means you get even more content and even more Dan rolling his eyes at me and me probably swearing. I tend to swear a little more in the
I mean,
bonus episodes.
I pretty much roll my eyes at you.
24/7.
Yeah, like it's a constant. It's like it's much
It's
more.
like we're married.
Yeah,
That's
it's
how
like
much you roll your eyes at me.
yeah, it's like much more of a shocker when I'm not. When you
That's
say something
true.
and I go, yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I get worried for
Right.
like what's going on in the world. Have you been body snatched? Like, do I need to be concerned? Do you and Jenny we can't say what the things are, but do you and Jenny you'll know if I've been abducted by an alien because I will no longer do this thing?
We don't
Do you
have
have any of
anything
those?
official, but I guarantee there's things where if she were to get a text message from me that said something like, "Hey, I'm
Hi,
on my way
honey.
home. Can I swing by the fabric store for you? Is there anything you'd like?" I mean, there's stores that, hey, you want to go to the flea market this weekend? Things like that. I mean, there's things where I could send her a message and that would sort of be without, and nobody else would find it weird, but I could definitely send her a "I'm in trouble and I need help" message.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Oh, 100%. Or if there are certain things that we do around the house all the time and we both do them, that if we just stop doing them, it would be a big red flag that there's been a body snatch situation, the aliens have taken over or whatever.
The easiest one right off the top of my head is, "Hey, what do you think about this wind chime I'm thinking about buying?"
I would even know.
Yeah, right. Like,
Any
yeah.
of our listeners would know, like, something.
Yes.
Dan's in trouble. Dan is in trouble. By the way, always verify if anyone you know calls you, verify it's them. These scammers are getting out of control. They want you, the newest thing is they call and want you to say hello or want you to say something. Like they'll just call and they don't say anything. Now, I don't answer the phone if I don't have the phone number in my database. So they never get mine, although I suppose they could just record my voicemail. But then they use that to clone your voice. If you say hello, who is
Just
it?
the word hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now they're cloning your voice based on that. Isn't that great?
I have that. So the new Apple thing is supposed to make it so it screens out callers for you. And so I turned off my I get so many spam calls. And so I, like you, for the longest time, just have it set where if you're not in my phone number, if you're not in my list, I don't ever see your call. And then every now and then that'll bite me in the butt when I'm waiting for a phone call from somebody or somebody's calling me from a number that I don't know, but they just leave a voicemail. I call them back and we fix it. But so Apple came out with this new thing with their new update where it like requires people to tell you what they want, like unknown calls to tell you who they are and what they want. But it doesn't really, because all it is those same people calling to do the scam, things. So you just hear part of their message. Like it doesn't say, like, because they're immediately when that thing picks up and goes, "Hey, I don't know what it says, but like this is Apple screening service and your callers." It just starts their message and keeps going. And so when it stops and goes, "So what is your name?" It'll be 30 seconds of for taking care of credit card debt, Ben, blah, 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 get your new house loan, blah, blah.
Call now.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And so you still get the message. It's still annoying. So it doesn't do what it should be doing. So
yeah, that's too bad. I've actually been on the receiving end. Now that I know that that's what that is, calling from like the Comedy Sports number.
Yeah,
I've made a couple calls out and they're like, "Please state your name and reason for your call." But now I bet that's what it is.
That's Apple.
That's what it is. Very interesting.
Hey, so I want to start off with some nightmare fuel for Nicole.
Oh God.
This comes to us from Phoenix, Arizona. Oh wait, Hi, Carla. Carla says hi. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. And don't you remember, everybody, feel free to throw your comments up and chat with us. We love doing that. So I know that the chance of you ever getting into a self-driving car,
0.
probably. So maybe this isn't as nightmare fuelish as I think, but
well, at some point I won't have a choice.
yeah. Well,
so I think it's nightmare fuel.
Well, apparently Tesla is now sending out their new fleet of self-driving like robo-taxis. Like this is the new big thing. But Waymo has been doing it for a while.
Yes,
and
I know that name.
Yeah, we've heard nightmare stories. I think they're in San Francisco, Phoenix. They're just in a couple of markets, few markets. And we've heard like nightmare stories about how like people will just like the Waymo will just drive around in circles and not take you anywhere, or Waymo will,
there was one recently where it drove into an active SWAT situation.
Yeah, right. And then there was one where like when the power went out, they just had a big power glitch in San Francisco. All the Waymo cars just stopped where they were. Yep. So they were blocking roads, blocking driveways, they just stopped.
Why do we think this is a good idea?
I don't know. There needs to be a better fail-safe system than stop, everybody stop.
And done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what's the newest nightmare
I will start
fuel?
with, you probably would not be in a Waymo to begin with. But if you were, imagine this, Nicole.
Oh, God.
This comes from Phoenix, Arizona. You have to take a Waymo.
Okay.
It's your only option. And you're like, oh, no, I'm going to do this anyway. The Waymo is driving down the street. You're crossing. Things seem to be going okay. And your Waymo makes a turn left.
Okay.
But your Waymo doesn't realize Waymo is not on a road. Waymo is on the light rail tracks. And it's driving right down the street into a oncoming light rail train.
Oh my gosh. I just got shivers all over my timbers. Speaking of, I just got a spam risk as we're talking here. That is horrible because you can't do anything, right?
Well,
like you cannot do anything.
No, so the person bailed out of the car.
You can jump out of the car?
Oh yeah. There's a cell phone video of, you're not trapped in the car. You can get out of the car, but it's moving. It's going down the road, down the light rail track. And this person looks up and goes, hey, there's a train coming. I better get out. And so somebody just happened to be videotaping this, go, why is this car going? And then shows the person bail out of the car. And now the car stopped and the train stopped. Light rail doesn't go that fast, so it's not but
still.
Yeah. So, but both of them caught each other and didn't hit each other. But still, you're riding in your Waymo, and it's going. The Waymo thinks you're on a road, but you're not. You're on the train tracks.
I don't even like driving when someone else is driving. I don't like being in the car because I don't have the control.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine the feeling of having literally no control. You can't tell the driver to slow down or do whatever, or I change my mind. You're trapped. You're trapped.
Say what you want about the crappy L system in Chicago. Well, the L system is not crappy. It's the writers
the L
of
system
the
is great.
Yeah, right. I mean, but the L part is important. The elevated train. They're not. They don't share the road for the most part.
Correct.
So if you've taken the light rail in Milwaukee, or the problem with all these light rail systems is they put them in the street. Like you're driving down the same street, and there are some spots. Have you driven over any of the light rail tracks in Milwaukee?
I have not.
It is so confused. You're like, wait, am I on a road? Like, can I be here? It's in your lane, but it's in most of the lane. And you're like, wait, so can I not? Is this a train track or is this a road? Like, there's a lane here. It looks like I'm in a lane. I'm driving. Can I be over here?
Is it because it goes down kind of the middle of the street?
Yeah,
right?
and some streets it kind of juts out more into the street than.
Oh my gosh.
And your lane doesn't move. The train track will like jut out into the street, but your lane will keep in this. And you're like, wait a minute, am I now on the train tracks? Can I not be here? And people who ride bikes are like just losing their minds over but anyway, so that's the problem with the light rail. Like the Waymo even thought it was well, this must be a road, except it wasn't a road. It was going it kind of was a road, but it was a little bit more delineated than most of the light rail tracks here. I'm looking at it right now, and yeah. So I can see why Waymo, my brain would look at that and go, yeah, you shouldn't be right there. But Waymo, I can see why you might think that's a road if you're a self-driving car.
But I would assume the self-driving cars are loaded with actual road maps.
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you? And so it's not basing where to turn on
So
visuals.
I don't know if
right?
Waymo is like this, but I was reading or as I was watching them talk about like the new Tesla robotaxi stuff. Tesla, they don't have maps in the car. Like they have maps to get you from place to place. You know, and say if I'm trying to go to this address, it knows where you're going.
Yeah.
But it was explained that, listen, it doesn't matter what is marked as a road, because sometimes something's marked and it's not a road. Sometimes it is a road. Sometimes there's it literally just looks at that and determines in real time what's actually happening and whether that's a real, you know what I mean? They don't, there's nothing that goes, nope, this is under construction. Don't go down this road. It knows it's under construction because number one, it's talking to other Teslas and it's talking to other. So it's not like a programmed map thing like you would think it is.
This is every turn, it just gets more horrifying and scarier to me. I absolutely, under no circumstances, would get into one of those cars.
You and Gene.
That's right. It's a Devin thing. We're not doing
now,
it.
not ever.
Nope. I would rather walk.
As I get older, there are things where I'm just like, you know what? Younger generation, y'all have at it. I'm not doing it. I don't care. You guys can do it. I'm not going to, it doesn't make sense to me, but y'all go for it. You like that? You just, nobody wants to drive anymore. Y'all want to take public transportation. Y'all want to take, the rides. You go right ahead and do that. I don't care. But you will not get my car from me, right? Like you will not I'm still doing it. We could all just agree that maybe, I don't know if you're right or I'm right. I don't know. And I don't care. I don't need to be right. I just need to be comfortable.
Well, it's better for both of you then, right? Because then there's less cars on the road for you.
Yeah.
And there's a place for them to sit on the public transit for them.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Speaking of, I had a situation happen earlier. I guess it was late last week as I was going to a doctor's appointment downtown.
Okay.
And so I was driving on the highway and traffic was not stopped, but was slow. It's like a 5-lane highway where I'm at, but it's like going like 40, 45. And I noticed behind me a motorcycle that seems to be popping a wheelie and then just driving on the wheelie. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. But he was going like, he'd go fast and he'd go slow. Then he'd go fast and he'd go slow. And I'm like, okay, I don't care for this. So
this is typical, by the way, Chicago interstate douchebaggery.
I mean, there is a lot of douchebaggery.
Yeah, I'm just saying this is just another extension of this.
I have never seen this.
Yeah.
I've seen racers, certainly.
Yeah.
And I've probably seen someone pop a wheelie, but not ride. Like he would basically pop a wheelie and then just drive along. So
like he was trying to entertain himself because it wasn't going fast enough, maybe?
I don't know.
All right.
So, because he was behind me at first. So then I moved over and then he came up next to me. And I was like, no, I don't care for this. So I slowed down and let him go in front of me, which in hindsight, probably it's better to have them behind you than in front of you because if something happens. But what he was doing is he was popping a wheelie and then he would get level to the car next to him, like the driver, and just wave at him and just like drive along like until they noticed him. And then he would go up to the next car and he would do this. And in my mind, I thought, I need to call Dan because I need to know, is this a 911 situation? Because this is clearly a distraction, right? Like he's purposely driving next to other cars, getting to a speed where he's level with them and distracting them from driving, and also driving in the wheelie position.
Yeah.
He also did not have a license plate on the back of the bike, and it didn't look like a street. It looked like a little bit of a smaller, more compact motorcycle than a normal motorcycle, but it wasn't quite a dirt bike. Like it was stockier. I don't really know enough about them to know. And so I decided I put it into the topics list and I was like, ask Dan the expert. Is that a 911 situation? If there's no accident, but there's someone really recklessly driving?
Do you have a secondary, like what's your non-emergency call the police?
Yeah, we have like a 311.
Yeah, I would call that one because first of all, the thing is they're not, now, was this in the city?
It was in the city.
So
we were headed into like the whole downtown.
Is that, do you know if is that patrolled by the county? Or is that Cook County? Or is that, because it depends on the jurisdiction. Either way, I was going to say both of them are just, they're not going to, like, what are they going to do? Like they're, oh yeah, man, we'll send somebody right out there. They don't even respond to like when people break in and steal your car. They don't even show up for car thefts. They don't even show up for, right? So the chance that they're going to be able to track this person down. Now, if it happens to be if there happened to be a cop near there and saw it happen, maybe.
Right.
But even there, where are you going to pull them over?
Well, that's
how are you going to stop somebody on this road? So the only thing that I would say to call it in for is so if eventually, and when this I was
Idiot?
about to say something. Yeah, let's say idiot.
Mhm.
When this
Organ
jackhole,
donor?
yes, when he eventually does crash,
Right.
he can't, if other people have called it in and said, yeah, there's this guy on this bike and he's riding like an a-hole up and down the internet. If he then does crash into a car, he can't say, well, yeah, that car was, if there are multiple people who have called in and went, yeah, there's a guy driving recklessly up and down, it would just be, that's where that would come in handy.
Yeah, well, nice to know. It helps in case there is a situation.
And maybe there is some, and there's a chance that there's I can't imagine that they just sit there in Chicago on the interstates and like run radar or run, like, I have never seen anybody ever run radar in Chicago. Not once.
No, me neither. The only time I've ever seen anything on the highway is either more north, like in the suburbs, or if it's in the city, it's an accident.
I have never one time ever in the entire time I don't live there, but I used to go there a lot for work and everything. Not one time ever anywhere have I seen a police officer running radar on the interstate, on the streets, in school zones. I have never seen it one single time.
No, I don't think I have either. I can tell when I've hit Wisconsin because I start to see it.
Well, because like Kenosha County knows, hey, these people coming up here, they don't think anybody, and then they just sit there and wait.
Nailed.
Yeah. So that's
like
a cash register for Kenosha County.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And especially if you see a Wisconsin or an Illinois plate, they're getting pulled over.
Yeah, I hate when I drive. I hate when I drive a rental and it's from Illinois because for two reasons. Number one is about a 50% chance it's going to smell like weed. And I'm not even joking about that.
Nor should you.
It's about 50% of the times. And then, or Florida. But then the other thing, I want to get like a magnetic sticker on the back, say it's a rental, not really from Illinois.
Not a fib.
Not a fib. Not a fib. Yeah, not a fib. Yeah.
Because if you know what that means.
It means friendly Illinois buddy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. But I'm just saying, like, if you have that on your car, you are clearly not from Illinois because Illinois people don't know what that means. I know what it means because I lived in Wisconsin and Minnesota. Neither really care for the Illinois folks very much.
Honestly, nobody does. Like, I don't go somewhere. I told you that time when we were out at was it Yellowstone? One of the national parks. Can't remember if it was Yellowstone or if it was in South Dakota, Badlands. So there are cars from everywhere, right? All over the world, or not the world, but all over the North American continent. They're literally cars from Mexico, cars from Canada, cars from all. And I'm telling you, it was more than half of the people who were jerks and a-holes driving around people, that more than half were from Illinois. Do you know how hard that is to do when you have cars from everywhere?
Yeah. Well, it's because we have to deal with it on a daily basis. We just don't have time for it anymore. We just don't have time. People are getting way worse. And that guy was at the top of my list.
Yeah. No, I've noticed that over the past, since coming out of the pandemic, actually, it's just seemed like everybody stopped caring about every rule, everything, had a guy yesterday when I was coming home from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, had a guy on right in Rockford, just didn't like waiting in the line. No. Sorry. This was in Madison. Didn't like waiting for everybody. So he just literally got in the shoulder and just went around. Cars came in, go back, and just kept going out. Nobody's there to stop him.
Yep.
Nothing's going to happen to him.
They just put up a detection system here on the highway for people doing that, for people driving in the shoulder, and they automatically get a ticket now. $100 ticket. Boom. Yeah. $100 ticket.
All right.
Just saying.
Just trying to think of a good intro for a St. Louis story. Meet me in St. Louis, Louis.
Okay.
Meet me at the fair. You know that one, right?
It's from
Don't
Meet Me in St.
Tell
Louis.
Me. Yes, it is, as a matter of fact.
Song by Judy Garland.
Yes, it is. Not quite as popular as the other one from there that everybody knows. The other one from Meet Me in St. Louis.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Clang, clang, clang goes the trolley.
Oh, I was gonna guess that, but then I was like, is that from Oklahoma?
No, that's Meet Me in St. Louis. That's a weird. You've never seen it?
No.
It's weird. Just the
Meet
whole
Me in
setup,
St.
the whole thing is just like the family, what happens, why there's even controversy in there, the neighbor kid, the kid. It's just, you're like, whoa, this was pretty deep. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it.
Anyway, right, exactly. James just said, yeah, that's right, exactly. Apparently, fib may be well earned.
Well,
It didn't just
I
happen
can't
by
argue
accident.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't argue with it.
Anyway, so this is a story from St. Louis, and I have a song, but I can't do the song until I tell you the story.
Okay.
An unknown number of monkeys are on the loose in St. Louis.
What?
Started on Thursday. Monkeys running amok in St. Louis right now.
What do you mean monkeys? Like
Vernet
like what kind?
monkeys.
Do we know what kind of monkeys?
Yes, vernet monkeys.
I don't know what that one is.
You would
If I saw it, I would know.
There's like the small little, or vervet, not vernet, vervet monkeys.
Okay.
They're little tiny. They weigh about like 10 pounds. Are
they the Marcells?
No, but they look a little bit like when you go to the zoo, the rhesus monkeys. You see those all the time, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
those are the ones where there's like 300 in one pen or something.
Yeah.
These kind of look like that, but I'm sure now the monkey people are gonna be like, they look nothing like that. I don't know. To me, they look like the rhesus monkeys you see at the zoo.
It's good enough for me. So they're just running around in St. Louis?
Yep. And they don't know how many. They don't know where they came from. It started with somebody. There was a goat wandering down the street, and everyone's like, "Where was this goat?" And while they were catching the goat, somebody went, "Did I just see some monkeys over there?" And now story after story have come in where people are like, "Yeah, there's monkeys," and now officials have seen the monkeys. They have no idea where they came from. No idea. The monkeys aren't attacking people or anything, but now there are just several monkeys running around St. Louis, and nobody has a clue why.
Is this like an exotic zoo busted open and people all the animals got out?
More than likely, it is somebody who owned exotic pets and was about to get caught, because you can't own these monkeys in St. Louis. In fact, most states you can't own monkeys like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, it's true. Was there an organ grinder convention in town?
And it the train derailed.
Yeah,
so Waymo was on its tracks.
It was a primate expert at the St. Louis Zoo who identified them as vervet monkeys. Original reports suggested there were 4 animals, but they cannot confirm the actual number at this time. Only that there is more than one.
Can you imagine?
Don't pet the monkeys.
Well, duh.
Nobody knows how they got loose. Again, it's against the law in St. Louis to own exotic animals. And now here's the funny part of the story that turns this into a great still spinning. Well, monkeys running all over is good.
Yeah. In St. Louis in the winter.
Yeah, let's make it better. Oh, the wind. Is it cold in St. Louis?
I mean, it gets cold. I don't know if it's cold right now, but
they get a lot of ice storms.
Yeah,
I know
they
that.
Get snow.
Yeah, but look. I mean, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, every time I hear bad weather in St. Louis, it's like an ice storm.
Right.
Any hoodle. Here's what's really complicating this thing. AI.
What?
AI is beyond complicating the search for this thing, because everybody is taking pictures of their house and their yards and saying, "Hey, AI, put a monkey in the picture."
Oh God!
And they say, "Look what I got in my yard," and people are posting pictures all over, and they have no idea which ones of these are real monkeys, which one of these are fake monkeys. They have no idea, and so AI, like, they're trying to track based on people posting, but they can't, because everybody's posting pictures of fake monkeys in their backyard, and they have no idea which ones are real and which ones are not.
This is a whole monkey conspiracy. This is Big Monkey. Big Monkey is trying to confuse everyone so they don't get captured.
It is Big Monkey.
I would literally crap my pants if I walked out back and to go to my car and there's just like a monkey sitting there. I'd be like, this is it. This is the end of days. Here we go.
They like having a monkey.
Haven't you always wanted a monkey?
I like monkeys.
I mean, I like monkeys too, but if you walked outside in Waukesha, Wisconsin, and there was a monkey sitting there, you'd probably crap your pants.
No, I think it'd be kind of cool.
No, I would think it was the end of days.
Cute little monkey running around. Let me tell you how crazy AI is getting. Okay, so this is probably like the least use for AI that possibly you can imagine. So I was at the hotel, and the person that I was traveling with was in his room, and I don't want to get into there's a long joke about blueberry pies. It's a long joke. Just trust me.
Between you and your travel
between
companion?
me and my travel companion and his wife.
Okay.
And it's
Does this have to do with an OnlyFans page?
No, sadly, no.
Mm.
Long story short, I always buy, if we're like at like a gas station or something, I will buy her a blueberry pie, me a blueberry pie, like the little travel, like little Debbie's or whatever. Yeah. And it started once, and I told him, you're not in Blueberry Pie Club, so you can't have blueberry pies. And so it has become this long running. Okay. Point. Doesn't matter. So he sleeps in until like 11 o'clock every time we travel. I'm up at like 7, and so is she. So we went and had breakfast, and then he texted me and said, hey, is this some blueberry pie thing? Is this some club meeting that I'm not invited to? And I want to show you what I did. And I did this in 30 seconds. So I'm like, I sent him a picture back. I said, no, what are you talking about? So here's the picture, right? That's what that's my original picture. I uploaded this into AI and I said, hey, AI, make this thing look like make me look like I was eating a blueberry pie. And in 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
And how real does that look?
It looks very real. And this is horrifying. AI has your face, Dan.
Yeah, AI had my face before. AI has your face too, Nicole. Don't act like it doesn't.
Oh,
but isn't that crazy? It actually, it was like, that's not even.
Is this Chat GPT? Is that how you did it?
I have like 5 of them, and I can't remember which one.
What do you mean you have
went.
5 of them?
I have Chat GPT, I have Grok, I have Claude, I
didn't even know there was more than one.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of different, and they're all good for different things.
Yeah, well, we're all gonna die.
What's the Google has theirs? Gemini. That's the Google one.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway.
No, thank you. Hard pass. No.
Paul says, that's my pie.
You know what that's a reference to?
I feel like I should know.
You should.
Yeah, that's my pie.
That's my pie.
That's my pie. Yes, I know this. Why?
Revenge of the Nerds. When they're selling the whipped cream pies.
Yes, yeah. Well, and then there's another reference to that in the when they get the camera set up.
Well, that's after the camera has been set up. We'll talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are kind of gross, I came across this story. Apparently, this is not a new thing that the Amsterdam airport has done, but it's for some reason in the news right now. Men's lack of... it's called A Picture of a Fly Reduced Washroom Cleaning Costs by 8%. Men's lack of precision when aiming into the toilet increases the cleaning costs of public washrooms. Amsterdam's, and I won't be able to pronounce this correctly, Schiphol? Yes, airport is no exception. The airport wanted to improve urinal aim to reduce total cleaning costs. As a simple and inexpensive way to achieve such a goal, they introduced urinal flies. What they did is they etched the image of a fly inside every urinal. Implementing this physical design change reduced spillage by 80% and the budget for cleaning public toilets by 8%. And they have a picture of it, and sure enough, it just looks like a little black fly in the middle of the urinal. And they talk about urinal designers have long been interested in finding a solution to the issue of splashback, a result of poor precision when aiming into the toilet bowl. And it goes into this whole thing about how it's acidic, so there's surface damage and obviously cleaning costs. I had no idea.
Surface damage?
Yeah, well, what it says is...
oh, my God.
Urine is acidic, so splashback can damage surface appearances. It can eat off the varnish. Urine can also draw soils and dust to it while it's wet, accumulating on floors and walls, which allows the areas to house bacteria and other pathogens. Yeah. Overall, splashback presents a difficult challenge for custodial teams working in public spaces, which is amplified when poor aim results in direct spillage.
Yeah.
Plus, we all know it smells bad.
Yeah.
And apparently it was like a custodian who came up with it. They put like little stickers, little fly stickers at first, and now they just get them etched in. But they put little stickers in so that dudes have something to aim for. And apparently that challenge was enough for people to be like, yeah, my aim has increased.
So do you want to hear an idea that I came up with? I mean, it was probably 10 years ago. This is one of these ideas where you're like, should have followed up on this. Sometimes I get a lot of bad ideas. I'm not going to lie. This one still stands out to me as being a great idea.
Okay, I'm ready.
for a place like a Quick Trip or a Bucky's or a Love's, a place that has a lot of these things, and it especially has like an app, right?
Okay.
You go into the bathroom. Now the problem is I don't think we should encourage people to take their phone out in the bathroom, but let's get around that for just a second. Anyway. Yeah. And then you scan like your barcode when you go to pee. And then inside the urinal, there's like a dot or a target that moves around, and you get points. You earn
like a cat laser?
Yeah. And you get points for the longer you keep your stream on that dot, you get points. And over time, those points add up, and you get like free drink, free sodas, free, I don't know what, but like 10 cents off of gas over time or something else. But you earn every time you go to the bathroom. I guarantee you, people will beg to stop at that gas station so they can go into the bathroom and play the piss game or whatever.
What do the ladies get to do, though? We don't have.
Why is it always got to be about you know what? You're always bitching about us missing the urinal. So this is us. Like, I don't know what you guys get.
I don't bitch about it because I live with a very clean person.
Free lemonade. What a great idea. There you go. Yes.
Free lemonade. I actually think it's a great idea. And I do think people would 100%. This is perfect for like Wally's or Bucky's or what's
Quick Trips or Love's or Pilots.
Any of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of those.
I think it would be it would be a great game.
That would be freaking hilarious. I mean, apparently if you all have a task to do, you're cleaner. So
that's what apparently they've learned. The Amsterdamians have learned.
Yeah. I would laugh my butt off if I.
But can I take a moment here to just explain something to you ladies?
Please.
Okay. I know, because we get yelled at all the time. Oh, you missed the toilet. Blah, blah, blah. That's just a guy thing. Like, we hear that. But now, part of it is when you're a kid. I mean, it might be a little lazy, but trying to have. I don't know how to have that. I'm trying to have a semi-medical conversation here, but also okay. And as you get older, I mean, the problem is not aiming in, right? And because you can eventually get that. It's that initial part, that initial like second of the stream. You don't know where it's going.
What?
Yeah, you can aim, but then until the rest of the body catches up, it goes where it wants to go. And as you get older, sometimes there's two streams that you got to deal with.
What?
It happens.
Oh,
now, but it's only for like it's only like a second or two, and then eventually it all comes back into one stream, and then you're like, okay, now I can put this in the middle. But when gentlemen, you know what I'm talking. Like, you just at the first half second is not as controllable as you think.
In my mind, it's the little peepee eyes like squished together in the middle, and it's shooting out either side.
Yeah, right.
Boy, is this not a visual.
Think about that. Like, just think about.
I'm trying not to.
Think about the like a garden hose. When you first turn it on, that first part, you don't know where that first half second until it gets to the regular stream. You don't know where that's going.
Is that why a urinal is like so big all the way down?
Why it comes around the side too? Because now if you're missing that, that's a problem. That's a medical condition that you should probably get looked at. But I'm just look how many people.
I am so horrified right now.
Yeah, sit down and pee is my suggestion. Right. Well, I mean, sometimes I do that when I'm just, No. I mean, when I'm just got like, when I'm bored and I got like, I need to take a break at the rest stop or whatever. And I'm just like, I want to sit down for a little while in here. And just, I don't know.
I need to
play a game of Scrabble or something.
Let me see. Where's the most relaxing place I can find? Oh, I know. The bathroom in the gas
Love's
station.
ain't so bad. I mean, you got to pick the right gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Here's a you teach little boys with Cheerios. You put Cheerios in the toilet and then have them pee so they hit it.
Well, it's kind of like my game.
Yeah, kind of. I'm just
saying. Wouldn't that be awesome though? Like, and then have a little score counter going. And then like you'd have like today's best record. Like,
I mean, people like to compete.
You don't think people would talk about that?
People, they
that would be
100% would. I feel like you probably should make some calls.
Yeah.
Maybe patent this. Can you patent an idea? How does that work?
I don't know. I maybe just gave it away.
Might have. Well, our 7,000 listeners.
That's true.
One of them probably
listen,
has enough money to
none of you people take this. Stop. I'm going to look
if
into
Dan
it.
pulls into a gas station
And there's a
and
score
there's a-
urinal thing, and it's one of you listeners. You and I are going to have some words.
there's going to be words, everybody.
We just got to come up with a good name for it. Yeah, we should have made that a topic.
We should have. Well, we kind of just did. Oh, well, but if you think of a good name for the
Think of a good name. Yeah, you can leave it either on our Patreon page or on the Spotify. There's a comment section on Spotify if you listen on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to know what to call this. There's got to be a good name.
Yeah.
Number one aim.
Taking care of business.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll have to work on it.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
going to workshop this idea. But
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Remember, if you're interested in more of this kind of... Look, we might have just given away $1 million to somebody right there.
We might have.
It may have just happened. But if you're more interested in more of this type of conversation, believe me, it doesn't stay this elevated. You can go to our website at stillspinningpodcast.com. And from there, you can sign up to be a spinner because we do bonus episodes for all of the spinners every week. Even the times when we can't record a regular episode, there's still almost always, it's maybe a couple of times where it hasn't happened, but most of the time there is still a bonus episode. And we would love for you to be able to listen to that. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will catch our spinners on Friday. Everyone else, the new podcast will drop next Wednesday. And of course, we'll record it live right here on Monday. See you then. Have a good one, everyone.